Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about DoorDash pin deliveries or tasks. So DoorDash actually rolled out a feature that has been long asked for by DoorDashers everywhere, especially if you're multi-apping, and that is a system that can prevent customers from committing some sort of fraud to get them violations. And recently they rolled out pin deliveries or tasks. So in this video, we are talking about everything you must know about DoorDash pin deliveries or tasks, what they tell you versus how it actually is, and everything in between. But before we do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain, is never intended to be, legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research and consult qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. Also, I want to be clear that everything that we're going to be going over in this video is very market dependent, and what applies to me in my market may not apply to you. So with that said, let's get started. In order to improve experience for both our dashers and customers, we are rolling out pin offers to improve delivery. How it works: a customer is given a pin 4-digit code to hand off to a dasher upon delivery. The dasher then inputs the pin to complete their delivery. Honestly, this has been long overdue and has been proven effective on the UberEats platform and requested by way too many people. This way, if the customer says something stupid along the lines of
"The order never arrived! The dasher stole my order! Can I have a refund, please?"
then how exactly did they get the PIN number required to complete the delivery? This is a great tool to not only secure, but to protect drivers from false accusations. Now, I can't say for certain if they're working on the same system, such as using the last 4 digits of the phone number, but I know that Uber Eats actually phased out of that. And they kind of RNG it, you know? What is a PIN offer? A PIN offer differs from a typical DoorDash delivery by requiring entry for a 4-digit code for handoff. Based on the way this is phrased, I can't imagine this is necessary for every offer, but I would assume this is more for customers who have a habit of false reporting or reporting in general, really, that they have had problems with an order without being outright banned as a customer. Because if DoorDash keeps banning customers, then they're gonna have less orders, right? Now, what I'm not noticing is if it says it on an offer screen, like if they're showing you an offer, is it going to tell you that there's a pin on that delivery, right? Or is it just you'll find out once you get there? Like, I know that Kim's Side Money Plans actually did a video on this, and she only saw it after she was already done with the delivery. Like, she saw it like after she already did the shop and pay, but did she notice it when she first got the offer? Because I don't think it says that. Because if they did show it then, because you know that customers who report all the time that they didn't get the stuff, that would show immediately and we would decline that, right? So I'm assuming they're just not showing stuff like that. What do I do differently for PIN offers? Ask your customer for the unique 4-digit PIN that was provided to them, then enter it to confirm delivery. One of the common issues that I have found with these deliveries, specifically on Uber Eats, because this is the other app that has this, is twofold. The customer can claim the deliveries for their significant other and they don't have the PIN, and of course they aren't available, meaning that you're standing there for 5 minutes waiting for the timer to go off so you could do a leave at door delivery. Then there's the customer that didn't even realize they had a PIN number, but we'll go into that in a little bit. What if I cannot find the customer to collect the PIN? If your customer cannot provide the PIN, follow the cannot collect PIN steps in app, attempt to call and message the customer through the app, share a photo and description, as these details will be shared with the customer. Basically, it's the same thing you would have with any timer run out, where it turns into a contactless delivery, and this is where I believe you're going to have the most fraud take place. The customer will have the delivery at their home, they refuse to mark the order as leave at door, they will ghost you when you need the PIN number to move on, or they're just just like older people in general, and they don't really know about this stuff, and they think it's their family member sending it to them. That actually happened to me on Uber Eats. I was delivering an order to a customer that lived in a duplex, but they didn't specify the unit number. I knock on the door and I say that I'm delivering for whoever. Is this the right unit? They say, I guess so. That's our daughter's name, because it's an older couple. They must have sent us an order, and I still need a PIN number. Oh, but they're on a plane on the way back home. Then why would they send a PIN number? That makes no sense. Meanwhile, it was actually the neighbor's order, and that older couple tried to steal that customer's order. So it's a good security measure, but there's also a certain amount of fraud that could take place, such as having the customer ghost you, making it contactless. They get a notification immediately to call you. And then there's the overall common practice of fraud that comes up with these type of deliveries. You can't find the customer for whatever reason, whether they're not home or it's not really to the right address, etc. The customer will ghost you. You'll wait 5 minutes for the timer to finish. You'll make it contactless. They get the notification and immediately call you. They chose not to be transparent. They chose to scam the company, and you ended up with a violation. If that happens, make sure you call support and hold them accountable, because that would be ridiculous and you do not need a violation for that. What is the purpose of a PIN? We want to have a positive experience using DoorDash, whether you are a Dasher or a consumer. This helps improve deliveries. Oh, that's some political nonsense. Let me fix that real quick.
We want to have a positive experience taking your money. Whether you're a Dasher or a consumer, we are sick of these scammy customers and scammy drivers. Keep trying to take from us with these refund scams and not delivering the food. So we are putting protections for us in place to keep the money that we are taking from you.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And to be clear, I am not saying we are not benefiting at all from this, and I'm not saying that this isn't going to shine a light on the real dirty dashers. I am saying the benefits that we are receiving are really for the company and not us. Even if it is beneficial for us, this is really about the company. So I want to go over some of the posts I saw on Reddit, because some of them are very interesting, to say the least. I'm hoping that this is rolled out to people who are reporting their food as undelivered, and less to people who have never had to report a delivery issue. It's kind of like leave at my door. My house is easy to find, and I generally don't have any issues. You know, I was actually looking on the consumer side as well, and I found this article that I'm referring to on the consumer side as well, not on the driver's side, even though this is about the drivers having these issues. And I haven't found a way, even while using the prompts in app, to actually set up a PIN delivery. So either everybody's gonna have this universally, or only the problem children are going to have it. But let me know in the comments, because apparently this has been rolled out over 2 months ago in wherever this Reddit post was. And let me know if it's in your area yet, because that's a vital aspect of this issue. Is this a pilot program, or is this gonna be everywhere? I've noticed it over the past years, but it's very rare to get a PIN request. They were probably testing it. It probably saw a lot of success, so now they have it here. I'm very happy, because now if that I have to get a PIN, there's no possible way I could run off with their food. I'm finally winning against the immoral people who report food not arriving. Exactly. People are just tired of the nonsense, and it needs to stop. Out of all my deliveries, I've had one customer sign for her food. Yet this is exactly the point about this, is that signing just means you're squiggling a line and calling it a day. And a lot of customers will only squiggle a line. In fact, I've even seen a lot of people who just refuse to touch my phone because of that. I hate this on Uber so much. Why? Because the customers don't know their PINs, or worse, when you ask for the PIN, they misunderstand and think you're begging for extra tips. Personally, if I was in a market where people kept lying about me, I'd find a different job. That market isn't viable. Yeah, if you're in a market where you're getting a lot of PIN requests, you know you're in a very negative area towards gig workers in general, let alone food delivery. Because you know that once the DoorDash isn't letting them do these things, it's going to be on Uber. Once Uber's not going to let it happen, it's going to be on Grubhub. Once it's going to be on Grubhub, it's going to go to other fourth-party apps is what I like to call them, because they end up outsourcing to those 3 companies anyway. So you can very well just end up with that customer over and over again. Last girl I delivered to that had this also had to type out her full name and provide her signature too. She tried to fight me in her front yard because I made a joke about 3-factor authentication. Yeah, if that happens, you need to step away from that area entirely. Because what's going to end up happening because of that is that it's going to result in some safety issues, because you're going to have a lot of upset customers who are either going to find more ways to game the system or outright rage that the thing that they've been doing is not going to work the same, because there's no way they could get away with it now, so they're just going to freak. Either way, let me know, did I miss anything? Is there something else about DoorDash pin deliveries or tasks that I've yet to cover in this video? Let me know in the comments. Let's make sure that any and every perspective on DoorDash pin deliveries or tasks is acknowledged and understood, so that way we can make the most amount of money in the least amount of time in the safest possible way. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!